Well, we're in there. We'll wait for a couple people to join, and I'll give you the debrief of what's went on today with the airplane. Yeah. Got nobody in yet. As soon as somebody comes in, I'll tell you what happened. I'm a little early for the day anyway, though. And we got one. Three. Okay, we can start. All right, what happened today was went out 7 o'clock this morning after making a tank and putting it in. In the flight configuration right now, I've gained 2 ounces, little more than 2 ounces. It's 61 and a half. First off, the propeller I was using, the 1645 rev up, had a 5.6 lap speed. That's just too damn slow. So I put a 14.6 on it to give it a whirl to try it out. It went 4.1 seconds. Good morning, Craig. 4.1 seconds. It was like a combat plane, only a heavy combat plane. So flew around level high. You know, I only put 4 ounces in it because I just wanted to test it. And landed. Knew right away that ain't going to cut it. So I put my 15.48 Bali prop on it and left it at the same RPM, and it was too slow. So I know that prop works because that's the prop I use on my Thunderbolt at the Nats. So that's the prop I'm going to use. We'll go out again tomorrow and give it a whirl. However, while out at the field, I see fuel coming out from the fuel compartment. Well, there's got to be a hole in the tank. No, I get it home. There's no hole in the tank. I must have been pushing it in too hard, and it's slipping by the hoses or whatever. Yeah, it's a good morning down here, Craig. Yeah, Bryce. Anyway, so I took the tank out and pressure tested it. No leaks. Put it back in. I have a Cosmetic rear muffler. It's a carbon fiber muffler. It has come detached from the header, not all the way, just loose, so it was leaking by there. So I took some JB Weld. I cut a groove around the perimeter, took some JB Weld, and smoothed it all over there. I also had a nose ring problem where it was rubbing against the back plate of the spinner. No bueno. That causes the engine to get hot. So I fixed that. So the next test and tune day is the final day that this thing is going to get. If I can't get it fixed the next time out, this is out. I'm going to have to go back to Old Faithful. I flew that today, and sure enough, it just puts in, that thing will put in pattern after pattern without any BS. This one here has given me a nightmare to trim. I mean, the thing turns good. Matter of fact, too good. So I had to shorten the handle spacing up because this thing really turns. I also, let me see, is this the one? No, I did that to the Aegis. I slowed the elevators down, but I just shortened the handles, spacing up on this. And of course, the handle adjustment, that's always a pain in the ass to get right. And, I did do a couple of patterns with it. Nothing exciting. This is the airplane I want to fly. I got to get this thing fixed. If I can't get it fixed on the next time out, it's going to sit in the rack and we'll bring out the XL. Because I've given up on the Aegis for this year. This is the next one in line anyway, actually. It's been sitting, I think it's 2 years old, this airplane. And it's just been sitting waiting to be played with, and I ain't got it. So as far as what am I doing now, well, I just sanded out this elevator here, and we're going to buff that out. But I noticed that I have some grain showing in the stabilizer here. I'm going to tape that off, take some green, aqua green, and float that in there. Shoot it with a coat of primer, reshoot it blue, and then re-clear that. So, I mean, is it worth it? Well, I don't know. Is it? It is to me. I also have a touch up of red right there I need to do. I think what happened there was it was rubbing, and I just put some sandpaper and ground it off. So that's the thing. I mean, I'm getting real close. I mean, the airplane's going to work if I can get the motor to work right, if I can get the lap speeds right. I found my other PA75 piston and liner. So if anything goes bad on this motor, I can always replace the liner. These are unobtainium. Unobtainium. Look at the size of that piston. It's about an inch across, it looks like. I don't have calipers here. They're out in the garage. It's an inch and a 16th across. That's a huge mama. Put that in a Super Tiger case. That'd work. Yep, inch and a 16th. I'm sure it's not a 16th. It's probably an inch and 100 thousandths, or 16th is what? 125. No, 6250. 16250. So it's probably 1 and 50. I don't know. I'd have to measure it. Is there a set speen that you have to go? What does that mean? I don't know what a speen is. Anyway, I got the muffler drying. Now it's glued. It's all back together. The tank's been pressure tested, put back together. New fuel lines put on it. I got the prop that I'm going to run on it, the Bali 4.8. So it's a little more pitch than the 4.5. That should bring my lap speed from 5.6. Oh, speed. Yeah, we fly at 55 miles an hour, and I like to fly at 5.2. And you do not adjust speed of the airplane by cranking the needle in. You adjust it by pitch of the propeller. So I took a handful of props out there today. I don't know. We'll get it. I mean, it's just a matter, but you know, I'm kind of out of time. With the weather has been as bad as it's been, yeah, I like 5.2. 5.6 is too slow. Not for Mike McHenry, but it is for me. Mike McHenry can fly at 6 seconds. And you wonder how in the hell is that airplane going to make it over the top? But it does. So, with the intent that this is going to straighten out, I'm going to trudge on with the paint work, because this is the airplane I want to fly. Seeing that our country's in shambles, I want to be as patriotic as I can. This is I gotta put Tom Warden's name on this. This is kind of a dedication to Tom Warden, both the airplanes that I got here. This is not a Tom Warden Continental, and this is really not a Tom Warden paint job. It's Art Shull's paint job. Was on his Super Chipmunk. Throughout my modeling career, I've always had an airplane in my stable with this paint job on it. Now I got two. I got a shirt to match even. Well, at least, if nothing else, I'll have all the bugaboos fixed. Now, these stabilizers are showing a little grain, but I'm not going to get too excited about that. I'm gonna fix this blue here though. Matter of fact, we'll start working on that now. I'll show you how to do it. Let's see, I need a roll of tape. There we go. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is take wax and grease remover and remove any of the goober off of it. I did find the razor blade, so that's good. Get my $60 a gallon wax and grease. That is sad, boy. $60 a gallon. But we'll get her fixed. It's no big deal. The reason why you want to do this, Shalom, Lakheim. Hey, the reason why you want to do this is you don't want to sand in or grind in any of the grease into the paint. You want to get it off before you start. So, now the secret to this is you don't want to paint a new line. You want to cover up the old line by just a little. I think I'll even cover the ink lines. That way I don't have to re-ink it. And we're not going to lay the paint on all that thick. I'm just going to float the green goober crap over the top of it with a razor blade. And I'm teaching you guys all my paint secrets. It's que onda, que ora. Morning, Bryce and Craig. It's que onda. Que hora is what time it is. It's 5:15. But que onda is, hey man, how's it going? Órale pues. Yeah, Mexicans don't talk how you think. It's not hola Isabel, ¿cómo estás? Like they teach you. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? No, that's not how they talk. Yeah, come on. Looks like we might have a problem there. I need a little tail weight with that 2-ounce propeller up there anyway. That prop is a club, boy. For you guys who run carbon fiber props, or any prop for that, as opposed to a woke. Yeah. For you guys who run carbon props, or for that matter, any prop, never flip the prop with your finger. We used to flip them when we were younger, 10/6s on 35s, but these 60s and 75s will take your hand right off. And a carbon prop is like a meat slicer, like a spinning piece of steel. It'll cut you up. Okay, if you look in here, you can see where I didn't sand it quite good enough. It's got some pock marks in it. Because, you know, I did it over John's house and tried to get it done. No excuse, but I figured I would come back and do this anyway eventually. At least the fuselage came out super nice, so I don't have to work on that. To build a super nice airplane is really tough, you know, where there's no mistakes. Okay, so I saw that I had a little block. I don't know what I did with it. Let's see where it's at. I found my bell crank mold. Got my carbon fiber bell crank mold here. Guess I'll put that over here. And I got resin and I got tow. I just don't have time. What are we going to do? Where's that block? Ah, here's one. Dan McAtee was out at the field today. And he had surgery on his knees. And against the doctor's orders, he was flying. Whatever. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is scuff this up with 320. Then we're going to float in aqua green, sand it out, and then shoot it with primer. May not even need aqua green. It's flattening out real good. May not need no primer. Yeah, we'll hit it one coat of primer. Sand it that way. I know it's filled flat. I'm glad my dad got to see my other Continental, the one that I sold. He said, that was so beautiful going over the top. Yeah, that was a 2007. Same paint job. Same basic numbers, but it had a geobolt wing in it instead of my wing here. And it worked all right, but it was heavy. It had death paint on it. That's before I woke up. You want a nice light airplane, stay away from urethane. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, only gains an ounce. Yeah, right. Nobody measures weight like I do. Okay, that blocked it out real nice. You clean your sandpaper on your Levi's, it'll last longer. Your wife may kill you, but or you may end up with pink socks. And you say, how do you get pink socks out of wiping sandpaper on your pants? Well, I used to have my old lady wash my mechanics rags. And she threw everything in with mechanics rags. And every sock I owned was pink for a year till I threw them out. That won't happen again, no. That was definitely worth it. Every one of them pock marks came out of that. I'll be rubbing on this in the motel before appearance. Ridiculous. If I get to fly this. Like I say, if I can't get it straightened out, the next flight out, we're just going to drop this for another year. I really wanted to show up with this one and fly this in PA and my other one in Classic. Now this side here is a little bit pockier. We got 15 washers. You know, these Continental repairs or Continental paint videos or whatever seem to do really well as far as numbers go. If you guys want to know something, all you gotta do is ask. Remember, this airplane shot with 1 quart of dope only. And now we're breathing on it, touching it. So a little over a quart. These really need to be, I mean, yeah, John, I'm about to step off this world. Just can't deal with this much stupid. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid out there. That's a fact. People were in the nose line when they handed out brains. Mind your own business. All I know is I didn't get maximum points, and that's what I want. So we'll address the stupid screw-ups. It's still light. Oh, man. This will add no weight to it. I need to make some videos of what I do around here. A guy called, well, I went by a guy's tavern today, fixed his door. He said, just make me a pole handle or whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all that BS. So I went to Lowe's and got a stainless steel bar, and he was happy. It looked good. How to fix shit. How to fix shit and make it look right. My dad was a master at that. Polish a turd until it shines. I think I got it. So let's tape it up and shoot some primer on it. Yeah, I don't think they're below. I don't think it's half the population, and I don't think just below average. I think it's way below average. Bordering on retarded. What is a good paint to use other than dope? Yeah, that's a hard question. Some guys get good results with hobby epoxy or whatever they call that shit now. It all depends on what you want to do. There's nothing lighter than dope. And that's what I'm about, is light, because 50% of the delivery gas is off, whereas hobby epoxy and urethane, whatever you put on stays on. I've seen good results with all sorts of stuff. When we painted real airplanes, it was epoxy. But they got more horsepower than a PA-75. Lots more. Yeah. Man. After the gnats, I'm going to get in here and really clean the place up. Really give it a what for. Probably going to get out of this room and back into the other one. I got 2 rooms, but I spend most of my time in this one. I got 3 rooms actually. Okay, where'd the tape go? Yes, dope will stay on plastic, but dope will also melt plastic. Now, I painted my plastic canopy, so you can paint dope over plastic. However, certain precautions must be taken. Don't just load on the first coat with super thin paint, because you will smoke the plastic. So you put the first coat on 50-50, sand it, and then another coat 50-50, and then go to 60-40 and 70-30 and so on and so forth. Otherwise, you'll melt the plastic. I use automotive lacquer, but it's heavy. Clear dope in Australia is near $275. Colored is more. Wow, you're kidding. You don't have any aircraft supply places around there? $275 a gallon. Man, I'd be looking for something else too. In that case, I'd be going to base coat, clear coat. $275 a gallon. Shoo-wee. It's $80 a gallon here now. It was 50 something. I bought a gallon of red Randolph. I think it was 25 bucks. And that was about, I don't know, 6 months ago. Right from Wicks. They mixed it wrong, so I should have bought it all. They had 3 gallon. Maybe I'll go over there and see what they got on the shelf. I can't send it to you in Australia. They probably frown down on that. U.S. Postal Service would not like me. Speaking of that, I should be getting props today. Okay, let's try this. They are proud of their dope. You know what? I'm not going to end the stream, but I got to go downstairs and check the mail because I was supposed to be getting props. So give me 2 minutes. I'm going to check the mail. Check the mail. U.S. mail also should have an Amazon package here shortly. Oh, shoot. I got some more rev up props coming. Some big ones. I don't want to miss them because in my neighborhood here, shit, if you don't get on them, let's just say this be the hood. It be the hood, buddy. I got another accessory for the iPad coming. I can't seem to make the Ethernet work for some reason. I don't know if I'm just an idiot. Hold that thought. Or I just have the wrong equipment. So I ordered a Cat 5 adapter for the iPad plus the hotspot. We'll see, because that's what it's going to take to make the 3-cam system work out at the field. Because these stupid hotspots just aren't powerful enough to do the job. Okay, let's see, it's about that long. Hey, Sparky, I thought you were sending... No, I didn't say that. You know, you're the second guy that said I promised him a propeller. Never do I promise my rev ups. You guys keep trying to get them out of me, but it ain't happening. Not only that, it would have made the package more expensive to send. It's already $37 or whatever the hell it was. It was ridiculous. One guy got mad at me. He said, "You said they were going to send me a propeller." No, I didn't. I have enough to last me my life. Let's see here. Let me get these out of the way. This is one handful of many. I mean, I got a whole pile of them sitting there. But these are unobtainium, you know, like this one, 11.6 EW, 13.6, 12.6 wide. You know, you just, and I got more of them, but I'm not getting rid of them. I go over to John's house, he's got 18 of them, 18 13.6s. You've been hunting for a 14.6. Well, I got a few of those. That's what I tried on this airplane today. 14.6 about pulled my arm off. That will never happen again. I'll never do that again. That reminds me of the time with my sorcerer. I had a sorcerer OS32F. I didn't have a Venturi for it. So what I figured I'd do is I'd put an 11.45 propeller on it. Shit. Yeah, 11.45 propeller. And I would just run rich. Well, let me tell you something. This was on a pipe, on pressure. No venturi, on a pipe, on pressure. I took off, that thing was blubbering, it was four cycling, it was too slow. You know, it was perfect. And I thought, well, yeah, we'll last a fly. I just wanted to see how the airplane would fly. And that baby came on the pipe, and I bet it was 120 mile an hour. Every bit as fast as a combat plane. Because, like I said, it came up on the pipe, and it sounded just like a speed plane. Wah! Screaming. What an idiot. I had to fly that out for 6 minutes or whatever the hell that was. We won't do that again. You know, I did give a guy a 14.5 propeller at Brodax, the guy with the Bearcat. I can't remember his name. Because he couldn't make his Super Tiger 60 run. He was looking for a 4.5 propeller, 14.5 propeller. I said, well, I don't normally do this, but I'll give you one. And he'll finding another one if he ever breaks it. That was a nice Bearcat that he had. I was trying to sell him my Bearcat kit, but nah, couldn't convince him to buy it. Yes, 13.6 is hard to get. They're hard to find. Unobtainium. Here's a story about 13.6 propellers. I told Len Burrell, you've seen him on the chats. He'll be on there tonight. We're at Brodak one year. I go in there, and Brodak had probably half a dozen, maybe 8 13.6 propellers. And I figured, I'll get them later. Well, I had told Len Burrell that 13.6 was the prop for Super Tiger 60s, and I had just sold him a brand new dish head Super Tiger 60, so it was a late model. $150. You never, brand new in the box. You're never going to find a deal like that. Well, Len goes up there and he buys every 13.6 propeller up there at Brodak Head, which I don't blame him. I should have done it myself. But I figured, nobody wants them. Boy, was I wrong. And today, Dan says, I just can't find the mystique about 13.6 rev-ups. Yeah, well, he uses zingers. Zinger don't act like 13.6 rev-up to me. Okay, let's get out the good old Hardly Freight primitive. Come on. This is the good shit with poison in it. So okay, let's see how it works. Looks pretty good. Pretty good sand job. Let's see how this side works. that I'm not left-handed. I mean, I can do something left-handed, but we'll go ahead and towel it up so I don't spray all over it. No, this is not my wife's towel. This is a snap-on towel. It's upside down. You gotta trust me, it's a snap-on towel. There it is. That looks pretty good. I'm not even going to sand it. This side, anyway. Oh, a little light spot there. Now, you couldn't have done this if you'd have used car paint. I don't care, you know. You got to go through a whole big rigmarole with car paint. Yep, that'll be perfect. Got all the pock marks out of it. And give it a minute. I gotta use the facility and I'll be right back. Okay. Ooh, that's strong. That's some stinky shit. Don't smell like dope, but whatever. Okay, how we going here? That looks good. That looks good. Let's put some blue on it. All right. I wonder how I want to do that. I guess I'll do it with an airbrush. Yeah, we'll do it with the airbrush. Yeah. Figures. Yeah, I got thinner in it. Nope, not gonna sand it. Why would I sand it? I guess I could sand it. Pretty flat. What that does is make a lot of dust to get in the paint. I did the sanding before the gray. I really didn't even need to shoot the gray, but I wanted to make sure it was blocked out real good. Now, if it's car paint, you have to sand because it adheres with tooth. This adheres with chemicals. So the dope will burn down to the original blue. Now if I can find a can. This is the can here. Yeah, it won't need much. Man, I got so much shit on this bench. It's ridiculous. Okay, open it up. Let's use this screwdriver in case it gets crappy. Okay, got that. I'm gonna mix 2 pots full. Okay, it's too much. Well, we're not using any paint whatsoever, really, to speak of. It'll probably take two airbrush things full of 50/50. So, got my little paint can hammer. That didn't feel good. Yep, I knew it. Got crap on me. I guess I'm gonna have to go to Wix and get me another couple of gallon of thinner. That shit used to be cheap too. Now it's $55 a gallon. But the wax and grease remover is more expensive than the dope thinner. Okay, got that. Boy, oh boy, what a racket. There we go. Windy coat. That was a cupful. It's going to take 4 cupfuls. That's going to take. I know you guys think I'm cheating. Well, that's the way it goes. A little stripey on that one. We'll give it another coat. It got out all the pock marks. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it looks pretty good. That'll be the last coat. I'll do the other side and we'll unmask it and wait an hour and shoot the clear on it. Not even an hour, probably half an hour. I've been known to pull a stunt or two. Whoops. Whoopsie. Kind of got it wet there. sure I got the leading edge of this thing. Yeah, I did. That's it. No big deal. Now what am I going to do with that paint? Yeah, we'll just leave it out because I might need it. Don't want to knock it over though. Yeah, I better not put it there. It could fall on my airplane. I put it back here. Okay, I've been known to have that shit happen before. Okay, we'll wait a minute and it's gonna flash off and we'll demask it. And you know, you're not supposed to rub this shit out or whatever. I'll be rubbing this by 9 o'clock. I'll be polishing it out. What? No sanding? Nope. Just shoot it. Well, we got 15 watchers, so somebody's interested in this. Gotta catch it now, because if you got any overspray, you gotta get it off while it's fresh. Uh-huh. Whatever you do, don't panic. It'll be fine. Good thing I double taped because it oversprayed right there. And there. Oh shit. It oversprayed there. Crap. Big time. See right there? Don't panic. I'll get it off there. Okay, I gotta get that off of there. 91 proof. Here we go. 91. Man, I got a big overspray there. That's huge. That's huge. See the overspray right there in the fillet? Guess I was sleeping when I taped that, dumbass. But not to worry. Hold on. One more wipe. Get some more alcohol. Yeah, I got none there. I got a little spot right there. Got a spot. Well, I just showed you guys a quick touch-up on how to do it. Yeah, crap. We're gonna have to wait for it to flash though, because it got a little bit of flashing on it. Have to card it off and then clear it. But I can't card it while it's wet. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Well, tonight is Charles's night. So I might be back tonight with some painting. Yeah, this buff out turned out okay. This, I don't want to go through all the color change on this, or I'd redo these too, but it ain't worth it. This here, not a big deal. So the next thing is to card those lines off. There's a still tacky. There's a, you know, where the tape line is. You take a card and card it off, or I can use my 4/0 stainless steel wool, and then we'll clear this, and it'll be gone. You'll never be able to tell. And that's the nice thing about dope. If you didn't watch me do it, you'd never know it was done. Just like the canopy, just like the Tucker, basically just like the XL, because we stripped that and refinished that. I'm gonna do that again because that airplane is a good airplane. 2017, I won the concourse, Pilot's Choice. You know what? It's older than that because I won 2 of them with it. This is the configuration when Charles flew it. You know, I don't look any different then as I do now. I let Charles fly that in that configuration. I think I'm going to paint it back to that same configuration. That looked so much better than the white. Without the girls, without the trucker girls on it. I did that to hide something. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll figure something else out. I won a bunch of awards with that airplane. But it's long in the tooth now. It flies good, looks bad. This one here will look good and maybe fly good eventually if I can get it sorted out. Like I say, got one more chance. And if I get close that I can work with it. Rugby, oh boy, that's real football. All right, we're going to let you go. I guess it's been an hour and 17 minutes for a quick repair. I'll work on it tonight off camera or whatever. I mean, it's all rinse and repeat. You guys seen me do it 1,000 times. 2,500 to be exact. Oh, man, I'm tired. That park will tear the shit out of you. I was out there 5 hours today. This is the original tank out of this thing. I don't know if I showed you the guys this or not. This is the 280,000 yen tank. Something definitely wrong inside it. I guess John's going to get his wish. I guess I'm going to cut it open because it ain't no good that way. It's absolutely no good that way. I need to figure out how to cut it open and get it back together so I can use it again. Oh man, tired. Well, I'm having trimming issues, you know, prop speed, engine, line length, handle adjustment. It's a new airplane. It's cutting its teeth. And I don't have a whole lot of time to play around with it. So if it was up to me, I'd take that 75 out of there, put a Super Tiger 60 in it, and be done with it. I know it'd work. But it's not made for a 60, so I got to use this. I'll get it fixed. All right, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. I'll be on the chat tonight. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.